Okay, so this is a cute one. Toast. Continually looking for the meaning of life is like looking for the meaning of toast. It is sometimes better just to eat the toast. It's true. Good morning. It is day 28. It's day 28 of June. Wow. I can't believe this month is almost over. I know I say it all the time, but time just flies by so quickly, it blows my mind. It's Friday. I'm excited about the live show today. I've got 40 pages left to read from yesterday, and then I've got my 73 pages-ish. How much do I have total? I have, let's see, I'm currently on page 600 exactly. So the end is 713. So I have 113 pages to read today. I guess I could take this one out because this is all I have to read today. So 113 pages. I can definitely do it, but that is what I'm going to prioritize. This is the first thing I'll be doing aside from getting coffee. I think I'm going to go get some coffee. Once this is done, I can focus on trying to get caught up on Wuthering Heights, editing my vlog that I didn't get to edit yesterday. I did my initial edit, like my most important edit, but I didn't do my final edit because I was so exhausted. And it is a long video. I'm really chatty in this video, which is fun and it's fine. But I'm like, maybe if I have a clear head and I go through it when I'm not sleepy, I will be able to make it more, will there be things that I don't actually need to put in here? And then also, I have a lot of footage of my emotions from reading Jade Legacy, and I don't know if it fits very well. I mean, like, it's just going to be in there because my Bookstar read-along friends and everybody who's doing this read-along want to see the reactions for some of these really big scenes. And I definitely have reactions, but I have a lot of it, and I'm like, that could be pretty boring to watch. So I've got to figure out how to feel good about it. I've got to be able to enjoy my videos before I put them out there because otherwise, I don't know, just it's got to feel right to me. So I'm going to work on that, but most importantly this, and then our live show's at 5. I don't really have any plans for this evening. I do need to get a workout in. I've been feeling really icky. I have some neck issues and my pillows are not doing the trick lately. So I'm just like, ugh. I've been getting a lot of headaches the last few days. So got to figure out why I'm getting headaches. I'm hoping they're not some of the meds I'm taking because in the past, certain things have caused headaches and that's frustrating. Look, I'm getting chatty again. Apparently I'm just chatty right now. I can't chat. I need to read. Oh, I should do other stuff, but today I'm just going to focus on BookTube and reading. And as much as I'd like to get other things accomplished, let me get this stuff done and then I can worry about everything else. Wow. Gosh, I love how things come full circle in this book. Love it. I love it. It pays to be honorable, kids. It pays to be honorable. Woo-hoo-hoo.
I'm starting with pop number 16. Pop number 16 is You're the One That I Want, Jade Legacy. So I might as well just kick it off with that.
Okay, so I finished Jade Legacy with about 45 minutes to spare until the live show. And it was really well rounded out. A huge thing happened again, but I can't talk about any of that stuff. So I knew something had to happen. Let's put it that way. I knew something had to happen. It couldn't just be rounded out as easily and smoothly at the end that it seemed like it was going to. And yeah, it was such a complex story. You know, this is such a big journey. It's a big journey. And it does seem very overwhelming when you read the first book, but you really understand all of it by the time you get to the final book. And there's still so much political machinations and so much going on that it is complicated at times. I feel like you're so embedded in this Greenbone clan culture that you really do understand everything. And I really liked this book a lot. I don't know that it's a 5-star for me. I almost feel like it's a 5-star just because it wraps up the whole series and it was such a momentous, incredible series. I really did love these characters. They're not all likable. In fact, most of them aren't, and it's very complicated. I do love that complication, though. I like complicated characters, especially when you are given the time to really like these complicated characters. And yet at other times, you're so frustrated or upset with them. And there was so much in this book that it's almost hard to wrap my brain around it all. And I feel like
Would have been nice if I had another month to read it, which obviously that's not possible, but it was a lot. It was a lot. 713 pages, but just so much to take in. And I think the only reason I'm leaning 4.5 stars is something that Paige actually mentioned in her comments. There were a lot of time jumps, big time jumps in this particular book. And that threw the pacing off quite a bit. And it also made it so there were moments when you were kind of shocked at how much time had passed when you come to the next section. And you're like, but what happened during that whole time? And what happened during that whole time is not relevant to the story. What happens at the moment that you're actually reading is what's relevant. But it was difficult, especially considering the first 2 books didn't have quite that many giant time jumps. Like, you'd have one section where the kids were young, and then you jump again and all of a sudden they're adults. The second book for me was the most successful, and if this book had not had such big time jumps, it would have been equally as successful, I think. But overall, like, this is an incredible series. I love this series. I will reread it again. I will enjoy it probably even more so on a reread, because there are so many things in this story to pick up on. There are so many aspects of these clans and the relationships. Oh, there's also, and I can't wait to talk about this in the live show, there's also one other character that I just feel I wanted so much more from this character, especially if they were going to make this character a big part of the story, which they did. I wanted more, and it wasn't the character's fault. It was just that we didn't get much delving into him. And I can't really talk about that, but that was another thing. I was pretty disappointed in the handling of one of the characters. And so those 2 things, I think this one character, I just kept waiting for some resolution for his story, something I'd been waiting from the very beginning, or from early on in the first book. And then secondly, the pacing. The pacing was a bit off. So 4.5 for me, but it still is an incredible book. It's an incredible series. If you like really in-depth stories, fantasy stories that have more of that, like, clan gangster sort of feel, and you love family dramas where you're getting to know so many characters within a family and they depend on each other, and yet there are so many difficulties within the family. There are so many moments when they hate each other, but they also depend on each other and they love each other. I really do recommend the Greenbone Saga. Just know that it's not the fastest paced of stories. It has so much information. It's a overwhelming thing at times. And really go into it when you have time to focus on all the aspects of it, because it takes a lot of attention. And I think right now, I've been dealing with a lot of headaches in the last few days. This week, actually, I've been getting a lot of headaches. Today, I've been really fighting a migraine. It just wants to be there. And I'm like, nope, you're not going to be there. But I'm not feeling amazing today. And so it's hard to spend all that time reading on days that you're not feeling so great. Okay, so I think I've decided that I'm going to count Jade Legacy for reading. And the reason there's a few reasons. For one, it took a lot of reading to finish this book because it's 713 pages. So it's a big book and I have been reading it for a long time, but that's not the main reason. If I'm thinking of reading, I'm thinking of like different aspects of reading. And one of my favorite aspects of reading is book clubs or read-alongs or groups that you're reading with other people, having conversations about books. So reading to discuss with other people. I love that aspect of reading. I love being able to share my information, my knowledge, my thoughts, my opinions on books with other people and hear what they have to say. So I'm going to count Jade Legacy for the reading prompt because it is a book that I read with other people, and it is a book that I have as a reading challenge because I'm doing a read-along with my Bookstar read-alongs. So that is why I'm using it for the reading challenge. The other reason is because I could get, and I will hope to get You're Invited done quickly, as well as this is a romance, a fun romance that I think I'll be able to read pretty quickly on my road trip. So I could get a bingo here, and then I'm planning on also trying to get this bingo as soon as possible too. So it's a good way for me to get 2 bingos. And I was thinking about using it for boat because there are a lot of boats in this series and boats are talked about a lot in this book. But I was like, you know what? Let me try and work towards bingos. So I'm going to use it for reading. I do think it's really appropriate for it. And that's what I'm going to go for. So I'm going to highlight this. And I'm excited to be able to, for one, finish this chunky book. And 2, be able to add it to my bingo so that I'm making some progress. Everybody say hi to the vlog. Hi vlog. Okay, so while my video is rendering, because it is done and ready to go tomorrow, I wanted to update my series because I finished a series, so I'm excited about that. But let me go and see. The last thing I put in here was Solace, the Parasol Protectorate. Okay, so that's where I was. And I did read the start of a series, Lake's Edge, by Lyndall Clipstone, but I don't think I'm going to continue that series. So I'm not going to add that one. But I did read the Thursday Murder Club. Definitely going to continue that series. So adding another series.
Thursday Murder Club. Let's see how many are in that one. I know it's still ongoing, but what do we got so far? 1, 2, 3, 4. So far there's just 4 books in that one.
And I've read the Thursday Murder Club. Then the only other one is Jade Legacy, actually. So I've got the Greenbone Saga here. And there are 2 novellas, or short stories, like short stories for the Greenbone Saga. So actually it's not done yet. Darn it, because there is The Jade Setter of Janloon and Jade Shreds. Gotta figure out how I can get a hold of these 2 little short stories so that I can read those, so that I can actually cross this off as being done. But it's not done yet. So that's where I'm at. Let's see how many actual ongoing series I have then. With the addition of Thursday Murder Club, I have 84 ongoing series. I almost finish one and then I add another one, so it doesn't, goodness. Oh, wait, no, I have to add more. I'm sorry. What am I currently reading? Duh, Amy. Yeah, I just started A Curious Beginning, so I have to add that. That's the Veronica Speedwell series, because I know I can already tell that I'm going to continue on with that series, so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
And I'm currently working on the first one, so I can't cross it out yet. So that makes for 85 books that I have ongoing. A series, 85 series. That's too many. That's just too many. Okay, so it is like 11:30 and I have 2 hours and 12 minutes left. And I think that before I fall asleep, I can get that extra 12 minutes done for sure. So that means I'd only be carrying over 2 hours. And tomorrow I should have more time to work on this book because Jade Legacy is done, finally. And so I'm going to keep working on this. I don't have any big updates at the moment. I'm finding myself a little more interested in this. I still don't like the characters, but at least I'm feeling like I'm more drawn in to the story at this point. So we'll see how it goes. I'm currently on page 66. So I'm on page 66. I'm going to keep working on this. Oh, it almost fell. It didn't fall me on the ground, but it almost did. And I will catch up with you tomorrow. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up and subscribe so you can see what happens on day 29. Tomorrow is Saturday. I am excited to have a little bit of extra time, not have to spend my whole day reading, so that I can start getting ready for my trip and figure out what I need to bring with me and tie up any loose ends that I didn't tie up. Oh, I will say one thing that I did today that I was very happy with, feel accomplished about, was that I made some doctor appointments. I hate making doctor appointments these days because a lot of times they're so far out in the future because it's hard to get appointments. But today I spent the time, made some appointments, and when I come back, I have a whole bunch of doctor appointments. All the stuff that I had to cancel recently, but I feel good that I set a lot of things up. So that was a good thing. Did I get other things accomplished today? No. But the live show was fantastic, and we chatted for almost 3 hours. So we just had a good time talking about the book. We had a lot to say about Jade Legacy, but then also just chatting. It's wonderful to chat with my co-hosts for Bookstar Read-Alongs, Paige from Page of the Page and Danielle from Bookara. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you tomorrow. Good night.